I know. Uh-oh. Can't even see what I'm filming. Yeah, kill it. Stay over here. Good God. Hello, welcome to Blind Pomegranate Tarot. I am Christine. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We'll wait. I wanted to talk to everyone else and say, hey, how you guys been? What you been up to? It's been crazy busy at my house. I'm sorry I missed Coffee Talk Tuesday. I promise we'll have a next week. We will have one. And I have a little surprise too, because my little brother blessed me so much with a DSLR camera and a brand new computer. I cannot, okay? I was so excited. And so I'm really trying to figure that out right now. But we will have it next week, I promise, if I have to stay up day and night to get it. Oh, you're back. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you subscribed and that you're sticking around. So, because we have I'm really excited about this reading, because I was inspired to do a reading for the animals, for Mama Nature's babies, for your spirit animals, for spirit animals in general. So I did a download meditation asking spirit animals to come forward and give us some messages. So it's interesting because for the last 2 days, the number 5, and I follow my angel numbers very, very closely. And when I see them or I hear them, I pay attention, because that's angels and my guides are trying to talk to me. And so, I had such an experience yesterday. I'm tingling right now with the number 5. And when I went to meditate, do a download meditation for this pull, I heard 5 again. And I was like, oh, well, that's why, because they want me to do 5 different spirit animals. And if you can hear my puppy dogs barking in the background, you'll have seen the video at the beginning. That's one of them talking to somebody else in the house. Just saying hi. So we love our animals in this house. I love nature, and we're going to give it some props today. We're going to enjoy them today, and we're going to listen to what they have to tell us, and what kind of messages they have for us. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be really interesting. So we have 5 piles. Let's get started, shall we? We have 5 piles. Number 1, you have the swan. Number 2, you have the phoenix. Number 3, you have tarantula. Number 4, you have the stingray. And number 5, the camel. This was very interesting when I was pulling the cards. You'll see a timestamp down below for the shuffle. I always film my shuffle, but I ask you to please wait until the end to watch the shuffle, because sometimes the cards will flip, and I don't want that to influence you in any way, okay? Because I really want you to focus down on which one of these spirit animals can tell you something and what they want you to know. So here's how we can help you to pick which one is just right for you. Okay, so one of these animals may resonate for you very, very well. You may even know your spirit animal and one of these is them. If not, maybe this will help to guide you in that direction. When I first figured out who my spirit animal was, I was really shocked because I had tried for a very long time to figure that out. And then suddenly it came to me in a dream. And well, I hope that happens for you as well. But maybe this will help to guide you in that direction. So here's how we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe run those numbers through your mind and see which one stands out. Check the timestamps down below. Maybe one of those numbers resonates for you. Maybe you can see the piles vibrating, moving, even sort of like breathing. Or if you can do this, maybe you can see auras. Maybe one of these piles has an aura that's talking to you. But what I always like to do is ask you to take a deep breath meditation with me. It's just a really quick one. And it'll help you to sit back into your intuition so you pick just the right pile for you. So here's how we do it. What I'm going to do, for everyone who's been here before, you know how this works. But for everybody who's new, this is what we do. We put our feet flat on the floor. We put our hands in our lap with our palms facing up. We're going to take a deep breath in for 5, hold it at the top for 2, and push it out our mouths real fast for 3. What that's going to do is it's going to root us to the earth and open us to the universe and let us sit back into our intuition and pick just the right one for us. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start that with you right now. Ready? Okay, so I hope that helps. Take all the time you need. If you need to pause the video and really search into your intuition to find which one is right for you, absolutely do that. If you're drawn to more than one, maybe there's more than one message. Maybe the animals have, Mama Nature's babies have something else to say to you. So go ahead and watch those too. Can't hurt. This is going to be a lighthearted, fun, beautiful, lovely nature enthusiast type of reading, and I'm really excited about getting started with it. So check the timestamps down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. How are you today? So you chose the Swan. I love that. So let me explain to those of you who are new here. You will see that the cards are already laid out. I am legally blind, visually impaired, and so I have a lot of friends that are as well. So I will lay out the cards and go through them one by one so that those who cannot see it can hear it and participate equally. Okay. Also, it gives me the opportunity to sit and meditate on the cards to help me to bring to the forefront of my mind that which I downloaded for the reading. So that helps as well. So I'm going to go through all of the cards and I'll tell you exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. Okay. This is going to be brief and it's going to be fun. I hope it's going to be very lighthearted. Remember, we're talking to Mama Nature's babies. And so what could be bad about that, right? So you chose the Swan. And the Swan is the epitome of creativity and artistry. Okay, does that sound familiar to you? So this could be creativity, artistry in any manner. It could be everything from painting all the way to giving lectures. Maybe you're into TED Talks. Maybe that's something you want to do soon. You could be a writer. You could be a poet. You could be into pottery. You could be a musician. Okay, all of those things are creativity and artistry, and that's who the Swan is. Next to that, you have the praying mantis. The praying mantis is a sharp wit. Okay, goes right alongside with creativity. I love that, right? So you may very well be a very sharp wit and a writer or a poet or a speech writer or a musician. You could be any of those things, but you are a very sharp wit, that is for sure. And I chose from the Goddess deck that I have because, of course, we're talking to Mama Nature, right? So we wanted to give her her own nod here. And you chose, I pulled Sarah Alakali. She is the Queen of the Outsiders, okay? And this is, I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. It's very poetic, I think. And then you got Magnetic South Pole. And this is interesting. Magnetic South Pole. It is acceptable not to know. Mystery is a part of life. Acceptance allows me to grow. I love that card. That's very cool. And we'll get back to it. But like I said, we run through the cards first. And then this is from the Kitchen Witches deck, which I pull from this deck quite a bit. I have a very strong connection to it. I don't know what it is just yet, but I do love it. It's a newer deck that I have, but I do love it. And this one says faith, and that's mustard. So it is a representation in the spices, right? In the food, in nature, right? Which is what we're talking about today, of course. So what I first got from this, of course, is, well, very obviously, you're a creative human being, that is for sure, okay? And that you are a strong wit. Okay, so I see you as somebody who is a writer, a poet, someone who enjoys speech giving, somebody who enjoys sharing words, sharing thoughts. This could be many different avenues. It could be done through music, it can be done through writing, it can be done through speech giving and storytelling and all of those things, right? But this is who I see that you are. And what the swan is saying is, we recognize that. I recognize this creative essence that is inside of you. Okay, it's magnetic. Okay, you are magnetic. Okay, Kali is telling you to have faith, right, in yourself and in your talents. The swan is telling you, we recognize you, that there is a great wit within you, right? That you know who you are, and even if you feel like an outsider, that's okay. We've got your back. We see you. We know you. Isn't it true that oftentimes artists are kind of outsiders? Yeah, thought of as kind of on the fringe, on the outside. That's cool. Now you know who your goddess is if you feel that you are an artist on the outside. So what is this telling you? This is telling you, I have a affirmation card here too. We'll get to that in just a second. What this is telling me, okay, what the swan wants you to know is that you have this gift. You know about this gift for sure, for certain. You may even be working with this gift right now. But that you need to have more faith in yourself because it sees you. The swan sees you. Your spirit animal sees you and is right there cheering you on. That you are a magnetic, witty person, but you need to have more faith in yourself. This is very much the swan telling you, leap in, both feet, full forward, go for it. Because you have all of the components you need to be successful in this and have more faith in yourself. It's there for you. Take it, grasp onto it. You are magnetic. You may be an outsider, but Kali has you under her wing, right? And the swan is watching, knows who you are, defines you. You are a creative wit. Run with it. I'd love to know who you are. I'd love to know what you're working on, because when we have that basic support that we need, even though we can, of course, support ourselves and be happy in the mysticism and the mystery of it all, when we can share within our community and everybody kind of share with each other and lift each other up, tell us. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what you're thinking about working on. Tell us where you're off to. We'd love to know and help to support you in that. And the more loving vibrations that you have coming your way, the more support you'll feel. And Kali is there and we're there. And you're jumping right into what it is that you can do. This is your talent. This is your essence. This is who you are. You are a wit, a creative one at that. So if you're a writer, I want to know, because I want to read your stuff. Okay, definitely let me know. Okay, and so your affirmation card, and I'm going to hold it up here for you so you can see it. And there you go. You can screen capture that if you'd like. It says breathe, and I'll read it to you. It says breathe, slow down, and contemplate the tea. Slow down and contemplate the tea. Okay. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. Well, how very poetic. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. That's very poetic. I love that. So take a deep breath. You're on the right track. The spirit animal sees you. Your spirit animal sees you. If the swan is not your spirit animal and you're not quite sure who that is, you know what I did? And this took me a while, but it came to me in good timing, and it came to me in divine timing. I asked to see it in my dreams. Bring me my spirit animal in my dreams. That way I'll know exactly what it is. And it took a long time, but when it finally came along, I was like, what? It was nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. A little secret between you and me. It's the chipmunk. I had a dream, and in my dream I was seeing myself in my bed, sleeping, and in the ground under my bed, in the soil, were a whole bunch of little chipmunks running around. And then I heard in my dream, those are your spirit animals. And I was like, yes, how cool is that? So that's how I found out. And it came out of nowhere. When I released it to the universe and said, if you're ready and when you're ready to tell me, go ahead and tell me in my dreams. then it popped up, and I stopped struggling with it and trying to figure out who it was and what it was. It just came right out. So give that a try too. But have some faith in yourself. I think that you guys are well on the way to where you're supposed to be, and you're doing it with a lot of wit. Okay, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. It's nice just to do a lovely reading with the animals. Okay, have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. How are you today? So, let me explain. If you're new here, I am legally blind, visually impaired. So I have a lot of friends that are as well. So you will see that the cards are already laid out. This allows me to do two things. One, run through all of the cards so that those who cannot see it can hear it and fully participate. And two, it allows me to sit with it for a moment, to meditate on it, and bring to the forefront the information that I got in my download during my meditation. And this is very unique. It's very interesting. I love it when the cards come out and they all sort of very closely match up. It's amazing. So I'm going to run through them and I'm going to read them to you. If you see me pull a card back behind the camera, it's because I need to bring it closer to myself. As I said, I'm visually impaired. So let's start with the fact that you got the Phoenix. Okay. The Phoenix is very unusual. And the very first thing, of course, I felt was risen from the ashes. Okay. The Phoenix rises from the ashes. In destruction, you have the ability to pull yourself up and rise up out of the ashes. That is something that you have developed over time. It's something that you have developed through experience. I'll move on. The next card you got is the Milk card. This is about nostalgia, about family, about nourishment of your soul. Okay. The next card you got, now I pulled from the Goddess deck, of course, in reference to Mother Earth. Okay. And I will read, well, I am not even going to attempt the name on here, okay, because I don't want to offend anyone. So I'm going to read you the definition, okay? And it says, the essence of all Buddhas, okay? I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Everything is material for my liberation. You rise from the ashes. Everything is material for my liberation. I love that. It's beautiful. And then you got, and this is from Sacred Earth. Okay, so it's not necessarily talking about the actual location, but there is a message there, okay? And the message astounded me when I read it. I was like, wow. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So it's Sumba Island, okay? And it says, fertility of all kind is my birthright. I am connected to all the cycles of the land and sky, right? We're talking about nature here, yes? All the cycles of the land and sky. The time will come something to, I'm sorry, let me try that again. I missed the most important part. Healthy fierceness. Healthy fierceness. I love that. Okay. Is something to be valued. Be patient. The time will come. Healthy fierceness. And I'll tell you why, because the very next card you got from the Kitchen Witch, can you see that? Ferocity. Ferocity, the chili pepper. Fierceness and ferocity. I love this. This is so in line with who the Phoenix is, rising from the ashes, the fierceness and the battle that you can take on anything. If something falls at your feet to block your way, you just step over it and keep going. That's who you are. That's what the Phoenix is. You rise from the ashes. This is telling you over and over again that this is who you are, that the Phoenix sees you. I really, I have the chills. I think that the Phoenix is definitely, for some of you, your spirit animal, for sure. Because everything else in this is telling me that it's your nourishment, that you nourish yourself, that you've overcome anything in your past and you learned from a young age how to do it, and that you have mastered it, right? That you are able to, with ferocity, right? With fierceness, able to overcome, leap over, pass through, brush aside anything that gets in your way. Anything that is there that might be dropped in front of you that can tear you down, you can pass right by it and brush it off. It's nothing to you. And this is something that you learned a long time ago, and that you have spent a great deal of time sort of precising it, for a better word, lack of a better word, of being able to do this and just absolutely overcome anything. I think that's amazing. So I also pulled an affirmation card for you, and I haven't looked at this yet. Let's see what it says. Dare. Take the risk and fly. Oh, goodness. This is a beautiful message for you guys. If you want to screenshot that, I'll hold that there for you. Dare. Take the risk and fly. My goodness, that's who you are. Really, really is. And if you're doubting yourself about this, know it's coming your way. It says here that you will. It's on its way. Be patient. It'll come to you in time. But you have the ability to overcome anything. You really have taught yourself. You've learned this in this life. You've learned in this life how to do that. That's pretty amazing. I think that's really cool. And the Phoenix is telling you that. I would, if I were you, look into the mythology of the Phoenix and see what that has to tell you. I think you'll be amazed at how you resonate with it. This is telling me here that maybe you had something in your past, right, that caused you to become this. And instead of letting it crumble you and burn you up, you rose from it and you mastered it with fierceness. It's very cool. Very cool. I love that for you guys. Now, if the Phoenix doesn't turn out to be your spirit animal, which I would really, for this group, for group 2, I would be surprised if it's not. But if it doesn't, here's a way that you can, well, let me tell you how I did it. Let me tell you how I figured out my spirit animal. That took me a very long time. And it took me releasing it to the universe and saying, you know what, when you're ready, tell me all about it. So what I did was I made it very specific. I said very specifically, when you're ready to tell me in a dream, because that's what works for me. Now this may be, say, come tell me when I'm meditating. Tell me in a vision. Show me in symbols and signs. Pick something like that and then let it go. Let it go and it will come to you in time. It will come to you in divine timing. That's the way to do it. When I did and I had the dream, I was so shocked at what my spirit animal actually was. I had no idea, and I would have never guessed in a million years, so trying to force it didn't really work for me. But when it came to me, I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I really love that little animal. So give that a try if you don't know for sure. But I would say that there's going to be quite a few of you that the Phoenix really, really resonates for. And because this is very specific and it's told over and over again that you have the amazing ability to rise from the ashes. And that if you dare to do anything, it'll happen for you. You've mastered that part of it. You are the Buddha himself, the all. I love that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that a lot. Learning about all of these things and learning about you. And I'm really honored that you let me do this for you. I enjoyed it very much. I hope to see you guys next time. Take care. Love and light. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. How are you today? Well, so let me explain if you're new here. You'll see that the cards are already laid out. I do this for a couple of reasons. One, I am legally blind, visually impaired. So I like to run through all of the cards because I have friends that are as well. And this way they can participate. Even though they can't see it, they can hear it and participate equally. Also, it gives me the opportunity to sit with the cards for a moment, meditate on them, and bring forward the information that I downloaded during meditation. Okay? So, what are we talking about? Well, we are talking about spirit animals. And you chose the tarantula. And if you did, you're as brave as this thing says it is. This whole poll tells you that. So I love that you chose the tarantula. It's not so spooky, it really isn't. But I'll tell you all about it. So, starting with the tarantula. The tarantula is you at a crossroads. You choosing the direction of your life's path. This is you having turned that corner, having chosen your life path, and you're headed in that direction. Okay, you're at a crossroads, but you know what you want now, and you're headed that way. Okay, then you got the Lion, and this is all about strength and independence. Very cool, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute. And then we're going to move on to the Goddess cards. Now, of course, I pulled the Goddess card in reference to Mother Nature, yes? And this card says, this is Saint Bridget. Yes, Saint Bridget. I'll make sure I said that right. Our Lady of Exalted Light. And it says, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Very cool. And then from Sacred Earth, you got Lake Baikai. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Well, let me tell you what it says underneath. I can be independent. I can be independent. Yes. I can be independent and successful. I can be alone and not lonely. Being different can be a source of power. There is magic in the world, and I can perceive it. I love that. And finally, from the Kitchen Witch, I pulled Sage. And what's it say down here? Purification. Now I find that really interesting because I saw something earlier today. I was reading something earlier today. All of these cards are under different elements, okay? And your card is under fire, okay? And I was reading something earlier today about manifestation through fire. And so fire purification was part of that, okay? And manifesting through flames. Now, I'm not talking about, lighting anything on fire, but using candle magic and that sort of thing. So I have a feeling that I'm going to have quite a bit of my dear friends, witches, Wiccans, and pagans in this group 3. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that you are a very independent human being, that is for sure. You have had a recent realization, okay, that you know what your life purpose is now, that you know the direction that you want to go into, that the tarantula is there guiding you as your spirit animal, that the lion is giving you strength. I love that. That you are the light, that you can be alone on your path, but not be lonely, okay, that you see the magic in it. And purification. I think that if I do have some friends here who are witches who have chosen this, that candle magic is the way to go for you, because of course fire and purification, that is how you will manifest. Now, you don't have to be a witch, a Wiccan, or a pagan. You can be of anything or nothing, okay? You can just be a very spiritual person and use candle magic, use candles in a way of purification and manifestation. I think that that's beautiful. There was a reason why I was reading that earlier today. That message was there and it needed to be told for you in particular. I love that. Now I have an affirmation card here for you. I have not read this yet. Let's see. Weed. Okay. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. I think you don't do that already, but this is a reminder for you. Gosh, I'm tongue-tied on this one. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. You know that you're your own light. You know you're your own light. You know that you can be all of this, that you can manifest what you have now chosen. You've had a revelation. I am so tongue-tied today. A realization about what your path is. You've definitely turned a corner recently. You may be new to this, whatever this is that you have figured out, that has come to you, that has manifested in your dreams, that has told you that you have realized that you have a life's purpose and now you're going for it. Now you're heading in that direction. This is telling you the lion and the tarantula are telling you that you're on the right path and that you are strong enough that you will light your own way. I love that. And I think because I got the message of fire, because I got the message of fire purification today, that is going to resonate really strongly with some of you, and that's something that you should integrate into your path, into your purpose. I can be independent and successful. I love that. I can be alone and not lonely. Being different can be a source of power. There is magic in the world, and I can perceive it. Yeah, you are definitely some of my Wiccan, witch, and pagan friends. That's for sure. I can see that. This may be the realization that you've just come to. Yeah, that you've chosen to walk down this path, and you're not walking down it alone. That is for sure. You may be alone. You may be a solitary witch right now, but you're not lonely. You know what you want. You know how to manifest it. I would say candle magic is the way to manifest for you, but you're going to do it in a lot of strength. You've had a massive realization very, very seriously, very recently. There's a lot of light here. Flame, light, fire, purification, magic. I love that. You're a very strong person. Stick with that. That's wonderful. That's lovely. I hope that helped you. I loved doing this reading for you, and thank you very much for letting me do it for you. You have a great day. Love and light, friends. Bye. Hello, Group 4. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, let me explain. The cards are all laid out. I read a little differently because I'm legally blind, and I have a lot of friends that are as well. I like to lay out the cards, run through them, explain them in a way that if you cannot see it, you can hear it and participate equally. And 2, it helps me to then meditate on the cards and pull to the forefront the information that I got during my download and meditation. So you chose the Stingray. It's a beautiful card. Okay, it's a beautiful card of developing your person, developing your strength, developing your personality, developing your spine. Okay, you're growing your inner strength. That's what the Stingray does for you. That's what that spirit animal is the animal that comes along to help you to stand strong in who you are. That's the Stingray. Now, that may not be your personal spirit animal, or it is. I don't know. That's up to you. It doesn't have to be. This is a spirit animal, and this is the message that this animal wants to share with you today. Next to that, you got the snail. Now, obviously, that's about moving slowly, right? But this is also about being precise. This is about not leaping in right away, okay? What this tells me is don't judge yourself, okay, because of the rate that you're moving at. Everybody's development happens differently. It happens for them in the way it's meant to, in the way the divine wants it to happen for you. And this is telling me, please don't judge yourself for that. You are developing your personality, your strength, your guidance, your knowing, your spiritual abilities, your life choice, your path in life. You are developing it slowly, and that's how it needs to be for this group, okay? That you will be stronger by moving slower. Yes. Oftentimes, when you put a plant in the ground and you let it grow slowly, it's much, much stronger than if you try and force it to get faster and bigger and come on, I want blooms right now. If you take your time and you move slowly, you will be a much stronger person. Don't judge yourself for that, okay? And then I pulled from the Goddess deck. Now, I did this, of course, in reference to our Mother Goddess who we're talking about today. Right, Mama Earth and her babies. So let me read to you what this says. This says, Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. Now that may be a very much part of your path to growth. Okay, releasing all those things that no longer serve you. I release all that no longer serves me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. So you are definitely coming into your own truth. Okay, you're definitely on your path to knowing who you really are. Okay, don't judge yourself about how slowly you're going. It's divine timing. It's meant to be this way, and in the end, you'll be stronger for it. And then from Sacred Earth, we got Magdalena Bay Baja. And it says, I birth new concepts and ideas easily. I am full of flowfulness in every part of my life. I apologize for the doggies. You'll understand from the beginning of this video. There's lots of doggies here. We let them be themselves. It says, I am full of flowfulness in every part of my life. Grace permeates my being. Grace always seems to me to be something that is slow moving, right? That you are graceful and everything that you do is sort of slow moving. So that really follows along here. Grace isn't something that you just leap into and leap out of, right? This is something that is part of you always. Okay, so you're a very calm person, I believe. And then the last card you got was from the Kitchen Witch, and it's Witch Hazel, and it's sensitivity. So I think that you are definitely, being that this is a water sign, right? These cards, the stingray is from, it is a water animal, of course, but this is from the elements, water elements. So there's a lot of that grace and flow and sensitivity and being and knowing yourself slowly, like a slow moving river. Okay, I think that this is absolutely you, that you are headed in a new direction, but you're doing it slowly. You are building yourself and understanding who you are, but you're doing it slowly, as you are meant to, as you are built to do. This isn't something outside of yourself. This is how you were made. Okay, slow, graceful, gracefully moving through the water, gracefully moving through life, slowly doing it and observing everything around you and knowing everything around you. This is who you are, so don't judge yourself for that. I think it's magnificent. I think it's important. I think it's necessary. That way, as you're traveling through life, you never miss anything, right? Because you take the time to see everything and be sensitive to everything and everyone around you. And it helps you to grow and expand slowly so that you are stronger for it. I think that's lovely. So I got you an affirmation card as well, and I'm going to go ahead and read this with you. I haven't looked at it yet, so let's see, what does it say? It says, listen, be alert. The soft chiming of bells call the nearby fairies. The soft chiming of bells call the nearby fairies. See, if you're running through life and you're moving through life too fast and you're just trying to rush by, you're going to miss it. Listen, soft chiming of bells. So if you hear the bells, sit back and listen for them. Right? That's magic in the noise. That's magic in the sounds. It's magic but you have to slow down for it, which you already do. So I think this is wonderful. I think that you are someone who contemplates a lot, someone who sits back and listens and watches. I think you're a watcher. You're maybe not so much somebody who talks a lot, who gets involved in every little thing. You certainly don't do drama. That is for sure. But you are soft and slow moving and deliberate and easy. You sway back and forth with whatever comes your way and whatever comes in life, and however it comes to you, you go slowly with it. It's beautiful, and you're sensitive to it. I think that's lovely. Well, that's really cool. Let me know if the stingray actually resonates for you as your spirit animal. Now, if it doesn't, that's okay. These are just spirit animals, and they had a message for you today. And if you don't know what your spirit animal is, I will tell you what I did to help figure out who my spirit animal was. Now, that it took me a long, long time because I was trying to force it, and you can't do that. What I did is I gave the universe, I said, look, if you want to tell me who you are, if you want to tell me what my spirit animal is, this is how to do it, and then I'll know I'm right. I said, bring it to me in a dream. Because I get a lot of information in my dreams. I have a lot of communication with spirit in my dreams. I have a lot of communication with the dead in my dreams. This has always been something that has happened for me, is in my sleep. So that made sense for me, but it may be meditation for you, signs and symbols for you, something like that, visions, that kind of thing, if that works for you. And then you'll know when it comes in, you'll know exactly who your spirit animal is if you don't already. When I saw mine in my dream, I was really, really shocked at who it was, but I thought, that's a really cool little animal. I love that. And it was very clear that that was my spirit animal. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you know who your spirit animal is, or if this is your spirit animal, I'd love to hear about it. Absolutely tell me down below. I'd love to hear it. But I love this very calm. This is very calming to me too, to get to know you this way. Feels very calming for me too. It helps me to center. I love that. Thank you very much for that. And I hope to get to see you again next time. Love and light. Bye guys. Hello group 5. Welcome to your reading. How are you today? So let me explain for those of you who are new. I read a little differently. You can see that the cards are already laid out. I am legally blind, visually impaired. And so I have a lot of friends that are as well. So what I'll do is I'll lay out the cards and run through them so that those who cannot see it and can only hear it can participate equally. Secondly, this gives me an opportunity to sit and meditate with the cards for a moment, to bring forward into my consciousness the information that I downloaded into my subconscious during my meditation. So having said all of those things, let's start. The camel. I love the camel. The camel is balance. It is the ultimate yin and yang. It is the ultimate, anything that comes along, you can handle it because you have the skills to handle it all. Now, the camel is a fire sign, okay? But the camel carries its own water with it, right? So it really is yin and yang, fire and water. It's interesting, all of the cards today were either fire or water. I found that's very interesting today. But let's move on. So balance. The camel can take anything, that comes their way, and they have the tools to deal with it. Then you got the tree, which is all about strength, roots, a firm foundation. Again, you can handle anything that comes your way. And then I pulled from the goddess deck, right? Because today we are talking to Mother Nature and her babies. And what you got here was the Magdalene. And let me read it to you, okay? Because it's very interesting. The apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Again, balance. Both sides, balance. I love that. I love it when it comes together like this, okay? And then from Sacred Earth, you got Valley of the Kings. Let me read it to you. Death is transformation. It is a natural part of life. There are consequences to all actions, no matter how small. Again, life and death, balance. Again, I love that. This is not necessarily talking about death, punishment, or anything like that. What we're talking about here is a balance, okay, between knowing and understanding all that is there, and that you cannot have one without the other. And then you got lavender, sleep. And I think that this actually has to do with you personally. I think you may get a lot of information in your dreams. I think that you may have had a lot of revelations that brought you to this point through your dreams. That's what I heard. All right, let's run through this. I also pulled you an affirmation card here. Let's see what this says. I have not read this yet. I wanted to do this with you guys. Okay, it says strength. Again with strength. Don't let weeds and thistle cultivate in your garden. You are a very balanced person. You chose the camel. Okay. This is more of, you know what, I'll put it right here in case you want to screen capture that. I don't think that this is something that you do. I really don't. I think that you are an incredibly balanced person. You have this here again and again. I think that you're very strong. right? Strength, we had that twice. You're very rooted and stable in who you are and what your beliefs are. That you understand the balance in everything, life and death, earth and divine. I think that you have had premonitions. Oh, that's what it is. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that hit me hard. Wow, you have premonitions? Okay, this may only resonate with just a couple of you, but I think that you have dream premonitions. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yes. Wow. Sorry, guys. I got that very strongly. I had to share that with you. That may only resonate with a few of you, but I think that premonitions is something that you have. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Goodness. That may be why you're so equally connected to heaven and earth. Divine and earthly measures, life and death. You understand all of this. This is... that you're a very strong person, that you're able to deal with just about anything that comes your way. Not just about anything that comes your way. You have the tools to deal with it. This card is asking you not to let the weeds grow under your feet, right? But I think that you really do have that ability to take care of yourself, to take care of others, to have the tools. If somebody needs something, like, you can just pull it out of your hat. Like, if they ask you a question, I think you're somebody that people go to. If they ask you a question and they need an answer or something and they want advice, that you're that type of person because they know that you're equally balanced. You may be a Libra, like me, and that you can see both sides very clearly. But you are very strong in your understanding. I think you're very, very strong. You're very rooted in who you are. I associate very closely with my root chakra. That's something that is me. I associate very closely to it. So you may as well. It is a fire sign, but it's also water. It's very interesting. This is so balanced. You have just an incredible ability to balance out anything that comes your way, anything in your life, your concepts, your understanding, your spirituality, your belief system. If somebody comes at you with something, you look at it from both sides. You don't judge. You don't preconceive notions about people. You balance everything and you go within for the tools that you have, which includes apparently being able to have premonitions and that sort of thing, and that they have taught you many, many things, and that you have that ability to be strong in your own knowing and somebody that people go to. That's for sure, that you know that you are of the divine and you are also of the earth, because we are all living this human experience, right? But we are all light body beings doing that. And that you understand that this life is transitional, that this is transient, and that one day we will leave it and maybe choose to come back and maybe not. And but you have that understanding, and you definitely have the tools to deal with anything that comes your way, any questions, any help somebody needs. You are the balanced one. That's how people envision you. That's how people see you. They absolutely do. And the camel is here to tell you that. That's how you are seen. That's how you are perceived by others. And I think, of course, by yourself as well. That's very cool. Every one of these readings has been very different beings, very different spirit animals, and the concepts of what they want to say to you and how they want to boost you up and let you know that they're watching out for you. I think that's very cool. I love the camel. I feel very closely connected to the camel. Balance is it just is my essence. It's who I am. And I think for sure it is who you are as well. That was very cool. I was very honored to have met you. That was very, I love doing all of these readings because it's given me such bright, happy, lovely feelings today. It's been an honor, and I've enjoyed it very, very, very much. And I thank you very much for letting me do this for you. Take care. Love and light. Bye-bye. Till next time.